my name is Jennifer Barone and I'm a local children's author.
I'm Frank Sarlo and I've written some books.
And together we have collaborated to write the story Sweet Change the Chocolate Bear Good Deeds. And Sweet Change the Chocolate Bear Good Deeds, it's about paying it forward and spreading kindness by encouraging children to do good deeds. So in the story there are quite a few examples of how to create good deeds, such as a little girl and her father washing the car, and there is a group of children playing at the I Love to Move program, and they are encouraging one another to participate in lots of sports and games. And at the end of the story, Maddie and Lindsay, who are the main characters, they talk about what they want to do as good deeds. And Maddie's decided that he wants to help his mom do the laundry, and Lindsay has decided that she wants to donate some of her old toys and clothes. So as you can see in the story, a chocolate bear comes to life and helps out Maddie and Lindsay to see all the good deeds that our community is capable of doing.
Hey Jen, how do you, what kind of setup do you have when you're doing your writing?
So I like to have a nice quiet area. I have a room in my house where I am alone with my thoughts, no distractions, and I start getting my creativity flowing. I like to get everything down on paper first before I like to type up my story, and I always have some sort of an inspiration to help me write a story. So for example, my first children's book is Goose on a Roof, and what inspired me to write that story was seeing a real goose on top of my dad's garage, and it just brought all these ideas into my head, and I incorporated the topic of bullying as well into the story. So that basically is what got my creativity flowing for that one particular story. And Snowflake, my creativity for that was seeing my students outside at recess, and they were just in awe of a winter scene. And children have always been a source of inspiration for me, so that gave me the idea for Snowflake. And I just wanted to get the idea out there that you can always see the beauty in everything we encounter.
I really like that you've been very successful in your books, and it was really great for me to join you. What do you see in a successful writer?
A successful writer is someone who just does not give up, just has a story that they want to get out there, and there is never a bad idea for a story, and just take a chance and submit your manuscript to a self-publisher, which is self-publishers what I highly recommend. And the worst that can happen is if your idea gets turned down, but don't let that make you feel distraught. Just keep trying, never give up, and there's always a good story, and who knows, maybe one day you might have a #1 bestseller. So
Well, I think that's great. It's a little different than how I started out. My first book really was a thesis when I was working on my PhD, and then it was a matter of what I found interests in. From the work that I did in the research and the PhD, I wrote a leadership book. So and actually taught leadership to university and Sault College grads, and from that they created different projects that we've been working at the Center of Social Justice and Good Works. My creativity is a matter of holding me down more than anything else. My wife says if I have any more ideas, she might get rid of me in a hurry. But certainly the creativity for this book was the Good Deeds program that the center is running. We call it the Sweet Change Good Deeds program, and we're encouraging children between the ages of 6 and 13 to do good deeds and let the center know, so that we can have a recognition for the good deeds that they do. And out of that came the idea for the book. I didn't know you, Jen, but I found you online, saw the 2 books that you had written, and ended up talking to you and letting you know what I wanted to do, and you immediately volunteered to work with me. And I've been thankful for forever. So it's been a tremendous opportunity for me to work with you, and certainly you got my creativity going in a way that was very, very different for me. So.
And I was very excited and thrilled to be on board with participating in writing of the story, because it's all about issues and topics that are near and dear to my heart. So thank you again, Frank, for including me.
Yeah, for me, a successful writer has really nothing to do with the amount of books that you actually sell. It's really the creative process that you go through when you want to put something down in writing. And I remember before I started writing, I read quite a few books on writing, and there's one that stands out to me always, and I refer back to it. But it was a line in the book that really got me writing, was the fact is, don't worry about your writing.
Mm-hmm.
Just it's more important to put your thoughts out, and then you can go back and make your changes and polish it up a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And that took all the fear out of the process. And then I was lucky enough to have a great interest in the Sioux Greyhounds, because I was with the team from the beginning, and I thought that there should be some type of history and an understanding of what goes on for these young men that are trying to find their way. So Hound Town was for me a very large achievement, because it was the largest book that I had written, and it was a journey of love. It was great. So we have this beautiful book that's with us today, and we have it available at the library. Jennifer, you and I agreed to donate the book to the library, and we have it for sale by the Center for Social Justice, both at the Mill Market and at Stone's Office Supply.
Yes.
And I think online at the center's website.
Yes.
So hopefully the book will get out there, and children will get a chance to hear the story, and hopefully they'll be encouraged to go out and do good deeds for friends and family, for the community, and for the environment.